Air Flight Lite 2 Mid. Alright, so just a quick pickup video here. The Air Flight Lite 2s. I know for the most part, this isn't a shoe that most quote-unquote sneakerheads are checking for. But if you're around long enough, if you're an older head, you definitely know what these are. And I have a appreciation for old 90s basketball shoes, especially from this era, that early 90s era. And this wasn't a signature shoe that anybody wore, but this was a signature or a shoe that several, players wore. Scottie Pippen, Chris Mullin, I believe Reggie Miller wore them. Several players wore them, and Scottie wore them in the playoffs. He wore the black pair in the playoffs. So when I first saw that these were dropping, I was like, okay. Especially since I'm in the camp of, I've been waiting forever for the Flight Lite 1 low that Scottie wore throughout the 91 finals or 91 playoffs to the finals. I've been waiting for that colorway to drop forever. They did that shoe, several years ago, and they didn't do that colorway for whatever reason. But anyway, so I was definitely, when I saw that these were dropping, I was like, okay. I was definitely checking for them. And this colorway in particular, whatever. The colorway I really want is the black and white colorway that Scottie Pippen wore. I actually I wasn't into the sports cards as a kid, but my friend gave me one sports card, and I only had one. That was the only one I had, and it was a Scottie Pippen card, and it was the same that a card that they made a poster of. It was the Air Raid, very well-known Scottie Pippen poster, Air Raid poster, where he was wearing the black colorway of these. And so I've always loved that black colorway. I don't know if those are dropping, or the Olympic colorway. I know Sean Kemp wore like a white and green colorway. There was a white and red colorway I think Scottie wore as well. I'm not even sure if Scottie wore these. I think he might have wore the white and red one. So there was some other colorways I'd definitely check for if they end up dropping. But I don't know. So I wanted to go ahead and at least get these, and I've never owned them. So and to be honest, these are they came out a lot better than I was expecting. Normally with random Nike basketball shoes from the 90s, Nike normally just completely cuts every possible corner, and the shoe just is a shell of what it's supposed to be. That's how it was with the Flight Lite Low 1 that they did several years ago. Those, I didn't buy any of the pairs. They were just trash. The materials were garbage. They were bricks. It was an abomination. But I saw these not early. They dropped. A local Finish Line had them, and I just happened to go by that day, so I was able to see them in person. And this upper, it's synthetic, but Like I was expecting these to feel like plastic, like how they did the recent Flight 89s. That's what I was expecting with these, just for it to be like a hard plastic upper. The black colorway most likely would be like a Durabuck upper. I don't know if it'd be full Durabuck like what they do. Well, quote unquote Durabuck, like what would be on like a black infrared 6. But at least it wouldn't be leather, so it wouldn't be plasticky, you know what I'm saying? But these don't feel as bad as I thought, or as bad as I was expecting. Like I remember, like if you can squeeze like this little toe bump, you can actually squeeze it, and it is relatively soft. It's reasonably soft, you know. And I was expecting this to be hard, you know, hard, firm. Like you see on a lot of the Jordan 5s and 6s, like those ankle bumps are rock hard, and they're not supposed to be. They're supposed to be soft. But yeah, so I didn't cop them right away because I wasn't trying to pay retail for this color, because I didn't really want this color. I want the black ones, or even the white and red ones. But they finally showed up on Nike.com, so I was able to get them a little under retail. And none of the retailers that had them previously had listed a 12.5. So when these dropped on Nike.com, I saw 12.5. I was like, oh yeah. I was glad I waited, because I was able to get the size I really wanted, and then, you know, get them a little under retail. So, so when they came in, you know, I'd already been able to. I checked them out on at the finish line. Like I said, I didn't try them on. They didn't have my size. I think the biggest they had is a 10.5. I would have at least needed a 12. But when they came in, you know, I kind of, you know, unlaced them, was able to examine them a little further, and I didn't realize that this tongue is like a it's not a full booty, but it's like a what they call a dynamic fit sleeve, like the same thing with the Jordan 6. So the booty doesn't wrap all the way around to the ankle like on a Huarache or a Jordan 7, but it does wrap all the way around the forefoot. So when I unlaced them, I didn't notice that when I was looking at them at finish line, but when I unlaced them, I said, oh, it's like a booty in here. And I love anything remotely Huarache styled with a internal booty, dynamic fit sleeve, anything like that. I absolutely love it. So obviously Huaraches, you know, Jordan 7, Jordan 8, something like this with, you know, like the Jordan 6, foam posits, flight posits, all those internal booties, I absolutely love it. So when I saw that these had that like fit sleeve like the Jordan 6, I was like, oh, okay, you know, and that just kind of took them up a few levels for me. And then squeezing this midsole, this is a Phylon midsole, and I was expecting it to be a brick, and it's actually not too bad. I did try these on. It's not super soft like the recent Huarache runs, but it's soft enough, and I think it'll break in pretty nicely. So these are actually going to be pretty comfortable. I'm not planning on playing in them. I don't know if they're going to be that comfortable, but they're definitely going to be, you know, a shoe that I won't have to be like, oh well, I want to wear them, but I'm not trying to be, you know, uncomfortable. Like a lot of times with, you know, frankly, Jordan 4s, 5s, 7s, not 7s, 4s, 5s, 3s. Like sometimes I won't wear them just because I don't feel like walking around with a brick on my foot. But anyway, yeah, so they're actually going to be pretty comfortable once I break them in. It's a little firm, but I think it's going to break in because it's squeezable. Like you can literally squeeze it where I've seen other Phylon midsoles where it's literally, I don't know what, like for instance, the Flight Lite 1 that they did, those midsoles were Phylon, but they were complete bricks. And I don't understand what the deal is with Nike, why they love to make midsoles so damn hard. I presume it's because a lot of younger, quote unquote, once again, sneakerheads, they don't like their shoes to crease. So, and it probably is more cost effective for Nike with whatever compound that they use. If it's, you know, if it's less on the foam side and a little more of whatever makes it firm. I don't know if it's actually rubber or what they actually put into it, but whatever makes it firm, if it's more of that in there, it's probably more cost effective. And they'll just use the creasing thing as an excuse, because it doesn't make sense for them to make a shoe uncomfortable on purpose. That just doesn't make sense. So most likely it's more cost effective, and they'll just use the excuse of, you know, of sneakerheads. Quote, they'll just say sneakerheads, but we know which ones it is, complaining that they don't want their midsoles to crease. Yeah, but these are actually pretty soft. I love for whenever they do the the Flight Huarache. Hopefully they remaster those the way they did the Huarache Run to come with a midsole this soft, because the last run of those was bricks. These actually feel softer than those, so I do plan on wearing these quite a bit. And it's a pretty simple colorway, just white and black, so you can pretty much wear it with anything. I wouldn't wear it to go out, but just, just to throw, if I'm just throwing something on, I don't have to worry about colors necessarily. You can just, simple white and black. But yeah, that's pretty much it on these. This was I'm definitely looking forward to whatever else drops. Hopefully the Olympic colorway, hopefully the black colorway for sure, and definitely the white and red colorway. The white and red and the black colorway, those are copped on site. Those are copped on site. I know for a fact Scotty wore the white and red ones, and like I said, that Air Raid poster that I love, that I'm sure many of you are familiar with, where he's wearing the black ones, and then he wore the black ones throughout the '92 playoffs. So I'd love to get my hands on that shoe as well. The Olympic colorway, we'll see. Or any other colorways, we'll see. They did drop a, it's like a OKC color. It's like mostly black, and it's got like orange, and then that like lion blue, that OKC blue. Those dropped a few days ago as of the filming of this video, and yeah, I'm good on those. But yeah, that's pretty much it on this, man. And I've seen these sitting not only at that same finish line where I first saw them, seen them sitting at JD Sports. They're sitting on several websites online, so they might even hit the outlets later. At which point, then I might double up. We'll see. I mean, this is a Nike basketball classic, so I think it's if you can get a good deal on it, you might double up. And who knows when they would actually release these again. So if I end up wearing these a lot, yeah, I'll probably double up on another pair. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna be it on this one. Air Flight Lite 2. And you know what? These are the Air Flight Lite 2 Mid. I don't know why Nike just dropped the 2 from the name. It's just called Air Flight Lite Mid. But these are the 2s. There is a 1. I don't know. Nike go Nike. Whatever, man. All right, man. Peace out.